A long time ago, like during the Middle Ages, there was a belief that you could change base metals into precious metals, like lead into gold or silver. Then, later on, people came to understand that that was just a fable, that was something stupid to believe, that was not possible to do. Today I have debunked that idea, because I have been able to transform now garbage into something that is more precious than gold or money. Mainly because money fluctuates. It becomes, today is high, and so is the gold. But art, which is what I have been doing, I can transform this into art. Art just keeps on going on price at all times. So because of that, this is more valuable. So I put all these things, all this garbage, and instead of landing into landfills, like during Earth Day, kids are brought to the beach and then they pick up all these things and they create sculptures with it and they do this and they do that. But eventually, this ends up in landfills. So what I am doing over here is do it so that instead of landing whatever the kids create into a landfill, it will end up in somebody's living room, and they can make money with that. Something that I discovered as I was doing this, cleaning this, is that styrofoam, which is what brought me to do this in the beginning, has a memory, which means that when you squeeze it, like a piece of rubber, it goes back, so it has that resilience. So I thought of the idea of putting it into a plastic bag, tie up all together, and I came up with this idea. Now, this ball will not lose its shape, will not lose its bounds, and it will not, you cannot puncture it and like other balls, and then all the air comes out and you lose the ball. So now, I put all this together, and you will notice that when the end result is a work of art, and you don't need some person that supposedly is an art connoisseur or anything like that to tell you, and then through the process of imagination, I will and I'll watch what comes out of this. If I can get it out. You see, whether you like it or not, whether it moves you, as they say, or something like that, one thing you cannot deny, that this is a work of art. Somebody made this. And a peculiar thing that I really like about this is that, like Indian art or Egyptian art, many people have done those works of art, but it looks like one person did it. Mainly because regardless of who does it, they always have this kind of shape so you can identify it. And one of the things that I want to do with this is that I want to transform it into an icon, that when you see this in somebody's office, it will tell you that that person helped somebody with their education because they gave a grant to buy this thing. So it's a perfect fundraising tool. Now, this doesn't produce any kind of fumes. You don't have to use machinery that could break, could hurt someone. It uses electricity with much energy. And the basics of what brought me to this is that I want to help the environment. So I'm using all this garbage and all these things and transform it into art that can then be transformed, sold to help with the education. Now, through the power of imagination, because that's what I believe in, you see something that you like, it inspires you, and then your imagination goes to work, and these are the things. Now, today, there are the owners of the culture of the United States, if you will, can say that this is a work of art, and as is, it will cost, because they say so, thousands upon thousands of dollars, and they didn't even do anything about it. This throws that thing out of the water, because there was a time when in 60 Minutes, Morley Safers or Dan Rather asked this man, what prevents me from going into a appliance store, buy exactly the same vacuum cleaner and hang it on my house? What makes that vacuum cleaner not valuable and what you did valuable? And then the man answered something that to me, it was totally nauseous. He said, it wouldn't have my signature on it. So as you can see, the art doesn't mean anything. It's just the signature of the person that makes it art. This is art the moment you see it. Now, through the power of imagination, when you see something that inspires you, you have a vision. That's imagination. That is inspiration. So I just found this. This is an old vacuum cleaner that I cleaned it up, and I put this piece of the butt, and it looks like a rifle or harpoon, something from the future. And I just didn't pick up the vacuum cleaner and put it on the wall. I did something to it. I transformed it into art, which is what I am doing right now, and I just explained to you with the garbage that I find around. And my end, or the things that I am going to, is that I am trying to inspire children by triggering their imaginations with the things that I do so that they can go on to create works of art. And by the way, if you're worried about whether these things will last for a long time, you can paint it in many different ways with house paint, regular house paint. And it will last because that's what you paint your houses with. You paint it with that, and there you have something that will last for a long time.